Yes, so once again, good morning, everyone, and thank you for being part of this early morning session. For this week, we will be having remaining 3 lectures at this time, 7:45 in the morning. That's just because of the WebEx licensed version that we are using right now from our college is also occupied in other STDP. 9 to 5 is there scheduled, so we need to complete our session before 9 o'clock, right? So that's one thing, and as long as in the next week you are going to have your first mid-sem exam, your teaching is suspended. So I don't want to make 2 week off in this subject. So this is what the arrangement we have thought of, going for early morning class. And I think this is better than going for the evening class with a fresh mind and light mood. We can go for learning something new, right? So that was one thing. And second thing, I hope that everyone is safe and their family is safe and their house is okay in this current situation that's going on. With Corona, we have another cyclone, and thank of thank to God that cyclone has moved a little bit and changed the direction. So Rajkot city is having a less effect now compared to what it was expected earlier. I don't know where all the attendees you guys are, your current place, but I hope that everyone is safe and you are okay. Now let's continue and have a look at our program, which we were going on. Yesterday we started string operations. Manually we had gone for a number of string operations, right? So we started with the string length, right? And we calculated length using while loop. And then we looked at a for loop also, and alongside we thought we learned what is null statement, right? If there is nothing to be executed, simply you write semicolon, and semicolon is the indication of end of the statement in C program. So only semicolon is called a null statement. Now inside your for loop, if you do have if you don't have anything, so after your for loop you directly write your semicolon here, then it is a null loop. It is a loop, it will be executed, लेकिन वो लूप के अंदर हमें जो भी करना है कुछ है ही नहीं, खाली है. That's why it is a null loop. Okay, लेकिन ये लूप तो है, ये लूप एग्जीक्यूट भी होगा. ये लूप 5 बार 10 बार 15 बार जो भी आपकी कंडीशन है, बेस्ड ऑन दैट कंडीशन इट इज गोइंग टू बी एग्जीक्यूटेड. रिमेंबर, दैट्स व्हाई i इक्वल्स टू 0 से लेके i प्लस प्लस वो चलता जाएगा जब तक एंड ऑफ द स्ट्रिंग नहीं मिलता है. एंड एट द एंड आपको i की वैल्यू जो है वो लेंथ मिल जाएगी. दैट इंडिकेट्स कि ये लूप तो एग्जीक्यूट हुआ 5 बार 10 बार जो भी लेंथ थी उतनी बार ये लूप तो एग्जीक्यूट हुआ. और ठीक है, लूप के अंदर लिखने के लिए हमारे पास कुछ नहीं था तो हमने उसको नल लूप बना दिया. So whenever you have a loop, I want you to focus on this semicolon sign at the end of the loop. अगर ये लूप के बाद में सेमीकोलन है then that is a null loop. So लूप के नेक्स्ट स्टेटमेंट में जो भी लिखा है that is not a part of your loop, remember. Okay, so that was string length we have seen. Then we have gone for string copy, string concatenate, right? And those programs we have seen. Now in copy and concatenate we have gone for the entire string, right? हमने कॉपी किया जब तक स्ट्रिंग का एंड नहीं हो जाता. You can also go for number of characters here. I less than 3 अगर कर दोगे तो सिर्फ 3 कैरेक्टर कॉपी करेगा. सिमिलरली हियर नेम टू जब तक एंड नहीं हो जाता तब तक हमने कॉन्केट किया, लेकिन नेम टू में से आपको सिर्फ 5 कैरेक्टर चाहिए, तो आप यहाँ पे j लेस देन 5 लिख दो। सो इफ j लेस देन 5, तो वो सिर्फ 5 कैरेक्टर कॉन्केट करेगा, एंड सो ऑन। सो यू कैन गो फॉर नंबर ऑफ कैरेक्टर्स ऑल्सो। And then we were working on string compare, and we found a problem here. Our program was not working properly. So let's find out. When we run this program with equal string, what happened was we were not having any output on the output screen. अगर कुछ भी आउटपुट नहीं मिलता printf statement, which means आपका एग्जीक्यूशन जो है वो यहाँ तक पहुंचा ही नहीं। अगर वो यहाँ तक आ जाता तो कोई ना कोई तो मैसेज आपको मिलता, राइट? सो इफ यू डू नॉट हैव एनी मैसेज, which means एग्जीक्यूशन यहाँ तक नहीं पहुंचा है। अगर एग्जीक्यूशन यहाँ तक नहीं पहुंचा, which means अभी भी आपकी लूप चल रही है, वो एंड नहीं हुई। लूप इज बीइंग एक्सिक्यूटेड इनफाइनाइटली, वो कंप्लीट हुई ही नहीं। that's what the problem we can interpret. Okay, so this is what we need to find out. So let us try and try to understand, try to debug this much code. इतना कोड हम debug करते हैं. So I is 0, so 0th element we are checking. 0th element of name is not equals to null. 0th element of name 2 is also not null. Then we are going to compare those two characters, 0th character of name and 0th character of name 2. अगर वो equal है, fine, then we will do nothing inside if and we will continue the while loop. अगर वो equal नहीं है, 0th character is not equal, then we will set our flag and we will break this loop. So when your strings are not equal, पहले कैरेक्टर से ही अगर आपको मिल जाता है कि it is not equal, then we stop this loop and we print strings are not equal, क्योंकि हमने flag set कर दिया यहाँ पे. So strings are not equal. But if that character is equal, then we do nothing inside if and we simply continue the while loop. Now when we continue the while loop, we haven't updated our I. हमने I++ तो किया ही नहीं यहाँ पे. So while loop के अंदर फिर से 0th character compare हो जाएगा. 0th character is not null in name and name 2, and as long as you are not updating your I, this while loop is running on 0th character always, and that's why it became infinite loop. So the problem was we forgot to increase our I here. Now that was the problem. Okay, now when I do I++, so in next iteration it will take the second character. Now second character is not null, then compare second character, then I++, third character, fourth character, and so on. Once any one string becomes null or empty, or end of the string occurred, it will stop this loop and go to the if else. Fine. So let me save this code and let us have a look at the output once now. So I'm going to run this code now, and obviously it is going to ask us string. One string it will ask, second string is fixed university. So at this place, let's say if I go for Marwadi and enter, then it says strings are not equal. Marwadi and university is not equal. Now let us run this code one more time, and this time I'm going to give university same string and press enter. So it says strings are equal. Now this is how you can compare two strings if you want. If you want to manually compare two strings, you can go for this kind of a loop. Now what happened here was initialize अलग से किया, condition while के साथ में लिखी, i प्लस प्लस while के अंदर लिखना था जो हम भूल गए. Now this is one reason why I prefer to use for loop. This is one reason for me, okay? मुझे for loop use करना ज़्यादा अच्छा लगता है because all these things are written in a single line. एक लाइन में ये तीनों चीजें आ जाती है so that I never forgot to write I plus plus. So अगर आपको यही thing for loop से करना है, okay? तो आप क्या करते हो generally? um, instead of while you go for loop and then for loop के अंदर ही I equals to 0 semicolon, then ये condition जो भी लिखना है वो लिखोगे and with the same line you will also do I plus plus. तो एक लाइन में हमने लिख दिया तो यहाँ पे लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है. This is what we do and this is the same for loop that we can use at this place. No change there. Now coming to Nirmal. Nirmal has asked, how are you doing single line comment in multi-line so quickly? Well, it is a shortcut, Nirmal. If I want to comment this out, so select करके, for Mac it is command slash and for Windows I think it is either control slash or Windows slash key. Now you can check it out, those shortcuts in VS Code settings, okay? Yeah, so coming back to this point, now this is the same code, no change there. Instead of while loop, we have used for loop now. So still, if I run this code, it is going to work perfectly. And we'll have, let's say, if I type university, still it is going to say us strings are equal. So this is the code for comparing two strings. Now, when you want to compare two strings, again, let me clarify. What you need to think of is एक character compare करते जाओ. Start comparing one by one character of both the strings. दोनों strings का 0th character compare किया, then first, then second, then third, then fourth, and so on. जैसे ही आपको character mismatch मिलता है, you will wave the flag. So we set a flag equals to 1. And we stop our process. We are going to stop our process. So we will terminate the loop, break. Now, if those characters are equal, then we will continue the same process. कहाँ तक continue करेंगे? दोनों में से एक string खत्म नहीं हो जाती या तो फिर दोनों खत्म नहीं हो जाती तब तक. So that will be your iterative condition. And once you complete this process, you need to check कि भाई दोनों string खत्म हो गई. अगर दोनों string एक साथ खत्म हुई है and still flag is not set, तो वो string equal है. Otherwise, you can say that strings are not equal. Remember, only flag check करोगे तो आप decide नहीं कर पाओगे whether strings are equal or not. First string के 5 character और second string के 5 character equal है. Now I'm giving you a scenario. अब फर्स्ट स्ट्रिंग 5 कैरेक्टर की ही है, सो वो तो एंड हो जाएगी, लेकिन सेकंड स्ट्रिंग में और भी कैरेक्टर्स हैं. वेल इन दैट केस 5 कैरेक्टर आप कंपेयर करोगे वो इक्वल रहेंगे, सो फ्लैग तो सेट नहीं होने वाला. पहली स्ट्रिंग एंड हो गई तो ये लूप भी खत्म हो जाएगा. सो व्हेन यू कम टू दिस इफ एल्स कंडीशन, आपका फ्लैग सेट नहीं हुआ है, सो इनिशियली आप ये सोचोगे कि स्ट्रिंग्स आर इक्वल, लेकिन स्ट्रिंग 1 खत्म हो गई, स्ट्रिंग 2 अभी भी बाकी है, तो आप ये नहीं बोल सकते कि दोनों इक्वल हैं. एंड दैट्स व्हाई एट दिस प्लेस वी नीड टू गो फॉर ऑल दीज 3 कंडीशंस. फ्लैग सेट ना हुआ हो एंड दोनों स्ट्रिंग साथ में खत्म हुई हो. व्हेन यू एंड योर लूप, लास्ट में जो भी आई है वो ith कैरेक्टर आपका नल होना चाहिए. फाइन. Now this is how we compare character by character. इसमें आप एक और स्टेप ऐड कर सकते हो. Before you go and compare all the characters one by one, what you can do is you can find the length of these two strings. दोनों स्ट्रिंग की लेंथ फाइंड करो, और अगर लेंथ इक्वल नहीं है तो पहले से आप मना कर दो कि these two strings are not equal. If you want that you can do it, लेकिन लेकिन ये समझ लो पहले, to find a length we need to run a loop, right? लेंथ फाइंड करने के लिए हमें लूप चलाना पड़ेगा. एक स्ट्रिंग के लिए एक लूप चलाया, दूसरी स्ट्रिंग के लिए दूसरा लूप चलाया. नाउ व्हेन यू आर एक्सिक्यूटिंग अ लूप, which means you are iterating those statements, so it will take time. तो दोनों स्ट्रिंग की लेंथ फाइंड करने में आपका टाइम जाएगा, एंड देन यू विल कंपेयर लेंथ. अगर लेंथ इक्वल हुई तो बाद में जाके कैरेक्टर तो कंपेयर करने ही है, देयर इज नो वे अदर अराउंड. So if you want, you can check length. Otherwise, you can directly go for character matching and you can decide. Yeah. So okay, so that's strlen. Well, Shubham is asking strlen use कर सकते हैं string length के लिए. Definitely you can use it, but those are inbuilt function, string inbuilt function. Whatever operations we are looking at right now, ये सारे functions के लिए आपके पास inbuilt function है, सारे operation के लिए inbuilt function है, and that we will look just after few minutes. But being a developer, being a person of this field, we need to know how everything can be implemented. अगर हमें खुद का बनाना है तो कैसे बना सकते हैं? We need to know it. Yeah. So that's why we are looking at all these operations. Otherwise मैं directly आपको string.h include करके वो functions दिखा सकता हूँ. And we are going to look those functions. But internally, those functions are doing the same process. आप जब strlen यूज करोगे तो उसके अंदर वो यही प्रोसेस करेगा. that the process that we had done here, same process is going to be done inside strlen. Okay, Shubham? So this is string compare, and let us have a look at the last one now, string reverse. String को reverse करके भी देख लें, and then we will go for inbuilt functions, string inbuilt functions. Okay. So what is the reverse process? What do you mean by reversing a string? Anyone wants to try? When I reverse a string, what happens actually? Well, Hers is saying I did not get concept of flag. Well, Hers, we have gone for flag multiple times. Okay, so you refer the earlier recordings also, and it will be cleared. Still, if you have any problem, then you can ask me. So what I suggest is at least you should refer yesterday's recording and previous recording, lab recordings also. Okay. Yeah, so Janil Kumar is saying that last character becomes the first character and so on. Set a loop which starts from, yeah, Nirmal is also saying that set a loop which starts from length at the end of the string and ends with 0. Yeah. So what we need to do is let's try to understand that thing here. If you want to, let's say, reverse your string, and your string is something like, let's say, Marwari. If you want to reverse this string, then what you are actually going to do is last character becomes the first character. Okay, and so on. You are going to have reverse string. So this is how your string will be रिवर्स्ड। लेकिन आप सिंपली रिवर्स करने जाते हो तो दिस इज व्हाट यू थिंक ऑफ। नाउ आई कैन थिंक इन अ डिफरेंट वे आल्सो। What I can think, or what I propose, is I'm going to make last character to the first one and first one to the last one. I'm going to swap these two characters. Okay, so what happens is I becomes first character and M becomes last character. So in a single step, I'm going to reverse my two characters. This is nothing but swapping two character at a given place, position. अब दो वैल्यू को स्वैप करने का प्रोग्राम आपने ऑलरेडी देखा है, हाउ टू स्वैप अ वैल्यू. नाउ डजंट मैटर वेदर इट इज इंटीजर वैल्यू, फ्लोट वैल्यू, कैरेक्टर वैल्यू. हाँ, अगर वो इंटीजर नहीं है तो आप मैथमेटिकली स्वैप नहीं कर पाओगे, आपको एक एक्स्ट्रा टेम्पररी वेरिएबल लेना होगा. So we have already seen swapping program and we are going to apply that swap logic here. दो कैरेक्टर्स को मुझे क्या करना होगा, आई नीड टू स्वैप इट. अब ये कौन से कैरेक्टर होंगे? सो इट्स गोइंग टू बी इंडेक्स 0. ओके, write down your index values. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So what you are going to do here is actually you are going to swap, you are going to swap your string of 0th character and string of 6th character. These two characters you are going to swap here. Now how will you have this 6? So definitely you need to find out length, and length will be 7 here. So whatever length you have, you will initialize that variable. Let's say यहाँ पे आप j लेते हो, then what you'll do is you will initialize your j with length -1. That's how you initialize your j. और ये तो हो गया i, एंड i को हम 0 से ही स्टार्ट करेंगे. सो वी नीड i एंड j, राइट? टू पॉइंटर्स, दो अलग अलग पॉइंटर हमें चाहिए होंगे. एक पॉइंटर जो है वो स्टार्टिंग ऑफ द स्ट्रिंग को पॉइंट करेगा एंड दूसरा पॉइंटर जो है वो एंडिंग ऑफ द स्ट्रिंग को पॉइंट करेगा. अब दोनों प्लेसेस से व्हाट वी विल डू is we will start swapping those two characters. 0th and 6th character को swap कर दिया. उसके बाद हम क्या करेंगे? Now then we are going to swap, sorry, we are going to swap other two characters. So this is how A will become second last character and D will become second character. So what it is nothing but string of 1 and string of 5. ये दोनों को स्वैप किया, string of 1 and string of 5 को स्वैप किया. अब 0 से 1 बनाना है i को, और j which was 6 earlier, we need to make it 5. So what we are doing, we are making i plus plus and j minus minus. 0 से 1 किया and 6 से 5 किया. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we are going to make i plus plus, and at the same time j जो 6 से स्टार्ट हुआ था, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and so on, will do j minus minus. So you do I plus plus, j minus minus, and then you repeat the swap process. So what we are exactly doing, we are swapping 0th character with 6th character. यहाँ से हमने start किया. Then we go for 1 character with 5 character, 5th character, Then on the next iteration, we will go for str of 2 with str of 4. Okay. Then in the next iteration, we'll go for 3 with 3. Now, do you think this is needed? Do I need to swap third character with the third character itself? No, it's not needed, right? अगर एक ही कैरेक्टर है उसी के प्लेस पे आप उसको स्वैप करने जाते हो then it's not needed, which means this step is not needed. Now this will only happen if you have a odd length string. Odd length string है तो center point, string का center point जो है वो एक single character मिलेगा, right? अगर even length string है तो ये condition आपको नहीं मिलेगी कहीं पे भी. Okay, now my next question, do I need to go for further steps? 4 को मैं str of 2 के साथ स्वैप करूं, then 5 को str of 1 के साथ स्वैप करो, and then 6 को str of 0 के साथ स्वैप करो. Do we need these steps? My question is, do we need to go for these steps? Yes or no? Correct. It is not needed. Yeah. Now let me tell you why. Look, second and fourth, first and fifth, 0th and 6th, ये तीन स्वैप प्रोसेस जो है वो आपने ऑलरेडी कर ली है ऊपर. एक बार स्वैप करने के बाद दूसरी बार उसी को अगर स्वैप करोगे तो वो ओरिजिनल प्लेस पे आ जाएगा. So we need not to perform these steps also, and we need not to perform this step also, which means what you are going to do is you are going to perform these steps only where your I is less than j. अगर आपका ith पोजीशन jth पोजीशन से छोटा है तभी आप ये स्वैप प्रोसेस करोगे. If I becomes equals to j, if I is equals to j, stop it. If I is greater than the j, then also you stop it. Okay, because we don't want to perform any of these steps. That's how we can reverse our string, right? So now let's go and implement that swapping part. We are going to write a loop जहां पे हमें दो पॉइंटर्स, दो इंडेक्स वेरिएबल्स चाहिए होंगे, i and j. i हम 0 से स्टार्ट करेंगे, j हम लेंथ -1 से स्टार्ट करेंगे. Okay, so I'll go back to our program and let's work on this thing now. So just to verify, okay, we have I and j, both the variables available, and whatever user is giving string, we are going to reverse this one, name. हम name को reverse करेंगे. Fine. So let's go to the place. And first of all, what we need is we need a length of our string. So simply I can copy that length code. Okay. So this gives me the length of name. Okay, this finds length of name, or length which is at the end मुझे variable j चाहिए, so we are going to use j here. J equals to 0, name of j, not empty, not null, j plus plus. So my j will be pointing to 7 now. Okay, remember j is going to give you the length, and length is 7 for Marwadi. So we have a length. Next thing, we will start reversing our string now. So now you know that we need I equals to j, I equals to 0, comma, look, this is not a semicolon, remember. you are combining two initialization statements here. J minus minus. Look, J is already initialized at this place. Okay. J is already initialized at this place. 0 से लेके वो 7 तक तो ऑलरेडी पहुंच चुका है. अगर एक बार मैं माइनस माइनस करता हूं उसको तो वो 7 से 6 पे आ जाएगा वापस. So these two are the initializations for me. उसके बाद मैंने किया semicolon and now we will write our condition I is less than j. That's our condition. And then we'll go for increment decrement. So I plus plus comma j minus minus. So these two are the increment decrement statements. So when you are combining same statements, you need to have comma, but in a for loop syntax, you need to separate those three statements using semicolon. Okay. Yeah. So now we have our loop ready. अब loop के अंदर हमें जो करना है, that's nothing but a swapping process. So what we can do is we can have a one character ch, temporary character variable ch, जिसको हम swap करने के लिए use करेंगे. Okay. So we have a ch variable. Now let us simply take backup of, let's say name of I का backup मैंने ले लिया ch के अंदर, so that in name of I में name of j assign कर सकता हूँ, and then at the place of name of j मैंने जो backup लिया है उसको डाल दूंगा उसके अंदर. So this is simply the swap logic using extra variable. Fine. So simple swapping two characters, and once we are done, we can simply print name now. Okay, so let us print name after swapping. Once we are done with the swapping process, we can print it here. So I'm going to save this code and let us run it now. And let's give Marwari as an input. So I gave Marwari as an input, but it has printed IDAWRAM. It has printed that reverse string. Look, this is not only the printing part, it has updated the string itself. Okay, so when you reverse your string, you are actually updating your variable value. It is not only the printing. सिर्फ प्रिंट नहीं किया हमने. अगर प्रिंट करना होता तो मैं कैरेक्टर बाय कैरेक्टर पुट केयर करके प्रिंट कर सकता था, स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम लास्ट कैरेक्टर अप टू द फर्स्ट कैरेक्टर. बट वो क्या हो जाता, फिर सिंपली प्रिंटिंग हो जाता, ओरिजिनल नेम तो जो था वही रहता. Now if you want to reverse your original data, then you have to go for this process. Any question now at this place? Any doubt? Okay, loop. So Hussein is saying clear, but Manav is saying please repeat loop again. Fine. Look, this first loop is just to find the length of a given string. Okay. Once you have your string length, that length value will be inside your j. Now we have already seen that जैसे ही मैं length find करता हूँ तो length actually मुझे क्या मिलता है? It is the position of null character. Position of null character मुझे length मिलेगी. अगर मुझे last character चाहिए तो ये लास्ट में जो भी j कैलकुलेट हुआ है उसमें से एक माइनस करना पड़ेगा मुझे. सो मैं j को कुछ इस तरह से इनिशियलाइज कर सकता हूँ, j इक्वल्स टू j माइनस 1. दैट इज माई इनिशियलाइजेशन हियर. I equals to 0 and j equals to last character. Okay, this is what we have done here. So I j दोनों को इनिशियलाइज कर दिया. I increase होगा और j decrease होगा because we are running those pointers in a opposite direction. पहला कैरेक्टर आगे बढ़ेगा और लास्ट वाला कैरेक्टर नीचे आएगा. Okay, and we are going to run this loop जब तक I is less than j. That's our condition. So when your I is less than j, you will perform these steps. If I becomes equals to j, या तो फिर I becomes greater than j, then we will stop. Now inside this process, we simply need to swap two characters. दो character को swap करना है. You can take extra variable, temporary variable ch, और दो characters को आप swap कर सकते हो इस तरह से. Well, you can also go for mathematical swap operation here because at the end, character is nothing but the ASCII value. तो कैरेक्टर को आप मैथमेटिकली भी स्वैप कर सकते हो सी प्रोग्राम के अंदर. लेट्स नॉट मेक दैट कॉम्प्लेक्स थिंकिंग हियर. यहाँ पे हमने एक एक्स्ट्रा वेरिएबल ले लिया सी एच and using that temporary variable we swap two characters here. Fine. So this were few of the operation that you can perform on the string. Okay, and we were looking at how we can implement those string operations if we want. But now what we will do is we'll go for string operations using inbuilt functions, right? We are not going to perform those operations manually, but now we will be looking at string operations with inbuilt functions. And to have a look at those inbuilt functions now, let us go to the presentation slides. So there are many string handling functions available inside C library, like strlen is for finding a string length, then strcmp is for compare, strcpy is for copy, strcat is for concatenate, and so on. There are a number of string operations available. Now this is a library, okay, which you can use. So there must be a header file which consists of all these function implementations जहाँ पे उसका code लिखा होगा. So what you need to do is you need to include string.h first. आपको string.h include करना होगा. Okay, so you first go and include this header file, string.h header file, and then you can use any of these functions. Now let me tell you, this string library depends on your operating system and which compiler you are using. Okay, विंडोज बेस्ड ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम जो टर्बो सी यूज करते हैं उनके फंक्शंस, और यूनिक्स बेस्ड ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम जहाँ पे आप जीसीसी कंपाइलर यूज करते हो उनके फंक्शंस में थोड़ा बहुत चेंज हो सकता है. There are few changes, I know that, and that's why I'm making you aware that sometimes you will you will face those changes. एक दो changes हैं जो मैं यहाँ पे आपको बता दूंगा. Later on आपको क्या करना होगा, if you want to find out all the changes, then you need to explore both the header files. Header file documentation ढूंढ लो and you can explore those documentation part. Yeah, so let's go through the few basic functions here. And the first one that we want to see is the strlen. We want to find length of the string. So once we include that header file, we simply use strlen function and then we are going to pass our string as a parameter. Look, when I write something in between these parentheses indicates it's a function, और उसके अंदर जो भी लिखा उसको हम parameter बोलते हैं. So we are going to pass our string as a parameter. और finally ये function हमें लेंथ रिटर्न करेगा, वापस देगा, तो हम वो लेंथ को एक वेरिएबल में स्टोर करेंगे यूजिंग इक्वल्स टू साइन. This is how we can write that statement. Now this is the syntax. So what it does, it actually gives the number of characters of a given string. एक एग्जाम्पल अगर देखना हो तो आप क्या कर सकते हो, यू कैन कॉल strlen फंक्शन और पैरामीटर में एक स्ट्रिंग पास कर दो. कोई भी स्ट्रिंग हो सकती है, कोई भी वेरिएबल भी हो सकता है, स्ट्रिंग वेरिएबल. ओके, सो यू कैन पास अ स्ट्रिंग वेरिएबल आल्सो, एंड इट इज गोइंग टू गिव यू द लेंथ ऑफ दैट स्ट्रिंग. जो हमें रिटर्न होगा तो हम एक वेरिएबल के अंदर स्टोर करेंगे, एंड दैट वेरिएबल मस्ट बी इंटीजर वेरिएबल. ओके, so this is very simple one, string length. Now let us use this one, string length, in a program. एक बार हम प्रोग्राम में यूज करते हैं, and let us uncomment our code also. हमने जो लेंथ का कोड लिखा है उसको और strlen दोनों को हम यूज करके देखते हैं. So I'll go back to our code. Okay, and what we need to do here is we do have few variables. Let's say I is available. So I के अंदर मैं लेंथ स्टोर करूंगा strlen करके, और मुझे लेंथ चाहिए for name variable. So this is how I can have my length of a name. Look, I know that include करना बाकी है. We'll go and include header file also. Now let us print it first. So printf length of our string is %d, right? And यहाँ पे मैं दे दूंगा name and I, दो variables. So this is using inbuilt function. तो फिर यहाँ पे हम square bracket strlen मैं ऐसे लिख देता हूँ. So we'll come to know that okay, this is because of strlen function. Okay, and now let us go and let us include that header file. So hash include, I'll go for string string dot h. So we need to include this header file first. Don't forget to include header file. Now strlen is having the same syntax in Windows based or Unix based functions. Doesn't matter, Windows में हो, Linux में हो, Unix based system में हो, कहीं पे भी हो, strlen का syntax यही रहेगा, and it will simply return a number which is going to be the length. So now we take a name from user and let us print the length with our code also. Okay, so this is what we have written. Length of the string is something. So let's save it. Now this is our code, and just below in the same file, this is the inbuilt function. So I'm going to save this code, and now we'll run this one. And let me type university here. Okay, and we press enter. So first output, length of university is 10. Now this is coming from our code that we have written, and with the square bracket strlen we can come to know that this is coming from the inbuilt function, and it also gives us value 10. So both are equal, and that indicates whatever code we have written, that is almost identical to the inbuilt function. And the same thing is being operated inside string.h file, header file. Yeah, so that's the length of the string. Fine. Now Shubham is asking a very nice question. Shubham, Shubham says, can we do that with size of without including str string.h file? Well, let me clarify. Size of, okay, size of is is going to return the size of your parameter, जो भी आप उसके अंदर देते हो, okay? It is going to give you the size of whatever parameter you pass in. Let me show you directly here. Printf, and let us have size of %d, and we'll simply say size of name. Okay, that's what we want to find it out. Now remember, in terms of characters, one character is 1 byte. One character is 1 byte. That's why you will find something identical here. But still, name is not exactly the string. Name is the character array. तो आपको यहाँ पे आंसर कुछ और मिलेगा. Let me show you that thing. Let us save this code and let me run this code now. Oh, sorry. Save. Well, this, and yeah, here. So now what we do is let's run this, and I'm going to give the same university as an input. So length of university is 10, length of university is 10, but size of name variable is 20. Now why it is 20? Because as I said, it is not a string, it is a variable, और वो variable कितने character का है? 20 characters का. So when you pass in variable character array, then it is going to give you the number of elements you have declared. Okay, it is going to give you the number of elements within this variable. और ये variable character array है, तो एक character एक element, 20 characters है, तो 20 will be the size. That's the change. So length के लिए हम direct size of नहीं ले सकते हैं using variable. What happens if we pass in university string inside size of? Now this is going to give you the same answer, because now it is not a variable, it is a string constant. Okay, यहाँ पे मैंने variable नहीं दिया है, यहाँ पे मैंने एक string constant दे दिया. अब string constant तो constant है, उसके अंदर number of characters भी fixed हैं, तो जितने characters हैं उतनी size आपको मिल जाएगी. So if I run this code now, save and run. Yeah, oh, well, it says expected identifier. You cannot pass in a constant inside size of. Size of requires identifier to be passed. और वो identifier या तो variable हो सकता है या तो data type हो सकता है. It cannot be constant. Fine. So we that problem is solved. यहाँ पे size of के अंदर या तो आपको variable देना होगा या तो आपको data type देना होगा. You cannot pass constant here. Okay, so size of will not work if we want to find length. Yeah, so let us stop here for today. What we have done is we have seen comparison process, reverse process manually, and then we had gone for the inbuilt string length function. And we have learned that there is a string.h file which we can include, and we can have number of string related operations here. And we have seen one operation, strlen. In the next lecture, we are going to see few more string related functions, and we'll complete this unit also. Okay, so that's all for today. Let us stop here, and let me see if there are any other queries. Shubham is also saying string is a character array. Then can we use strlen for array? No. strlen is specifically for strings. So strlen is a function which expects character array as a parameter. अगर आप यहाँ पे integer array या float array पास करोगे तो आपको error मिलेगी कोड में. Just like we had this problem. Yeah? आपको size of क्या expect करता है? Size of is expecting identifier. Same way strlen is expecting string variable, string pointer here. अगर और कुछ आप दोगे then it is going to give you the error. Okay, fine. Viraj is saying PPS mid exam no syllabus mo flow. Viraj, in yesterday's lecture I have declared the syllabus. If you were absent then you at least, what I think, जो कोई भी स्टूडेंट एब्सेंट है वो एक बार रिकॉर्डिंग अच्छे से देख ले. Okay, fine. Nirmal is asking, is this int star a that pointer? Yeah, star is a pointer. और pointer जो है I think हमारा 6th or 7th chapter है. At that time we will see what is pointer and how to use it. Fine. Okay. Still, I'm going to post syllabus in your group later on. But whatever we have seen till now मतलब string.h से पहले, इनबिल्ट फंक्शंस से पहले हमने जो कुछ भी देखा है, that is going to be the syllabus of your mid 1 exam PPS subject. So unit number 1, 2, 3 entirely, unit number 4 before inbuilt functions, वहां तक. Okay, inbuilt functions we are not going to cover inside your mid syllabus. Well, thank you everyone for being part of this session here, and stay at your home, be safe. See you in the next lecture. Bye bye.